practice our molarity. We're going to do some problems together, and then you guys will be able to finish more on your own. We need our ever-present mole map. You'll need a calculator. The only thing this particular mole map doesn't have on it is how to calculate molarity, which I assume you should know by now. But if not, a reminder, molarity is moles divided by volume. Alright, number one, we are asking for concentration, which means we need to solve for molarity. We're given 3.6 grams of sodium sulfate. And so we need to change from grams to moles. We divide by molar mass. 142.04 grams in 1 mole. And that will give us moles. And it gives, then we need to divide that by volume. 0.500 liters will give us give us 0.05068 molarity. We have 2 sig digs, so we're going to drop 68 off, and we'll have 0.051 molarity. It looks like a 7, but it's not. 0.051. Alright, number 2. I'm working all these with me. We're given a volume and we're given molarity. We're solving for moles. If we look at our mole map, we're given a volume, we're given a molarity, we're solving for moles. So we're going to take volume times molarity. The volume is 20 milliliters, which is the same as 0.02 liters. The molarity is 2.3 moles per liters. Liters cancels. That will leave us with moles. If we multiply those, we get 0.046 moles, which is to 2 sig figs, so we're good. Number 3, we want to know grams. We're given volume and molarity. So we're going from volume to moles to grams. The volume is 50 milliliters, so we're going to change that to liters. And we're going to multiply that by the molarity, 0.35 moles over 1 liter. That gives us moles. Now we're going to go to grams, moles to grams. We have to multiply by molar mass. Molar mass of cobalt-2 chloride is 129.84. We do the math, and we end up with 2.272 grams, which would round to 2.3 grams. Concentration of potassium ions. Okay, concentration means molarity, so we're solving for molarity. Well, we already have molarity. We know that our molarity is 0.25 moles. The question is, how many potassium ions do you have if you have 1 mole? 1 mole of potassium carbonate will give us 2 moles of potassium ions. So we're going to multiply our molarity times 2. And our concentration of potassium ions in potassium carbonate is 0.50 molarity. For the carbonate, there's just 1. So we multiply by 1 carbonate ion for every 1 mole of K2CO3, and we just get 0.25 molarity of carbonate. Number 5, we're solving for volume, starting with grams. So we're going to change grams to moles, moles to volume by dividing molarity. 0.12 grams molar mass of sodium hydroxide is 44. That changes us to moles. Now, to go from moles to volume, we have to divide by our molarity. Moles cancel, grams cancel, and we are left with a volume. And that volume we are left with is 0.0060 liters. Now, of course, if you disagree with me on any of these, have the substitute stop the video and discuss it. And because we all know I make mistakes, so we're not going to worry too much about that. All right, we're going to make a 2.20 molar solution. It doesn't give us a volume. We need a volume, so we're going to assume that we're going to make a 1.0 liter solution of nickel 2 nitrate. So we have to start off. We've assumed our volume. We know our molarity. We're going to go from volume to moles and then moles to grams. Our volume is 1.0. 1.0 liters. The molarity given is 0.20 moles per liter. That liters will cancel. Then I'm going to change to grams. Nickel 2 nitrate has a molar mass of 182.70 grams in 1 mole. That cancels moles. And when we do the math, we end up with 36.54 grams. 2 sig digs is going to be 37 grams. All right, now work on the other 2 molarity worksheets. I will leave answer keys so that you can check your work as you go. And that is what we're doing. Thanks.